Joe McElderry, you are Aladdin this year. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I'm excited for this. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
So you've tried on the outfit, and what are your first thoughts?
Well, I've tried on one of them. Normally with the pantos comes an array of sequins and tight costumes. I've had one on today. It's quite comfortable. Most of them aren't that comfortable. They look absolutely incredible, but they're quite difficult to wear. So
there's often chafing.
Well, no, it's just most of them are covered in sequins. You get scratches off sequins, so I kind of prepare myself every time it gets to this time of the year.
So for you, panto season, exfoliation season.
Moisturisation.
Add that on top, and hopefully you'll be okay. Exactly. So obviously, panto is a family that you've sort of joined in with, and how many have you done now?
This will be my fourth. It's a huge cast. It's a big, big cast. Obviously, Lisa Riley, Lucy Kay, Ben Fawkes, we've got Doreen, we've got a lot of people in it, which would be great. And obviously, we've all kind of met for the first time today, so it's I'm really looking forward to it. You know, and I've been told in the past, Aladdin's kind of one of the best pantos to do is in terms of the storyline. It's great fun. It's got a lot of comedy in it, so I'm really excited.
And obviously the hair is looking fantastic there. And how is that going to take part in the show? Because with the costume changes, how do you keep that in check?
Well, I'm used to doing it with my shows. You know, it's hairsprayed within an inch of its life.
But I mean, with your shows at the moment, you've basically got three jobs. You're doing your musical theatre. Panto is a whole separate thing completely. And of course, the Northern Light Tour as well.
Yeah, well, you know, and that's kind of how I like it. I like the variety. I like doing different things. It stops you from getting bored. And I suppose it stops people coming to see me, you know, if they enjoy what I do, they get to see us in different light, you know, and different experiences of a live performance. So it's good fun. It can be stressful, flicking between everything, but it's great fun.
And for you and panto, so what's your earliest memory of panto, do you think?
Literally, I was obsessed with it from being about 4 years old. I used to go every year with all my family to a local one in South Shields where I'm from, and loved it, absolutely loved it. And I always used to watch it and think, oh my God, I'd love to be up on the stage there, and I'd love to be all the costumes and the dance routines and throwing the pies off each other. I was fascinated by it all. It was my favourite thing. So, and when I was asked a couple of years ago, I thought to myself, will I enjoy it? You know, as I do with every job that I do, you know, if I'm committing to something for a long period of time, I want to be able to have fun, you know, and I think it's important to only try and do things that you know you're going to enjoy. And I didn't know if I was going to enjoy it, you know. I knew I was a fan of watching it. I didn't know how I would enjoy being in it. I absolutely can 100% say it's one of my favourite times of the year. I have a blast every year, and I would recommend it to any performer. You have such a great time.
And when it comes to the music side of your career, obviously you're doing that with the tour at the moment, and we sort of dragged you away from that for Panto launch. But are we seeing new music in the near future, or where are we with albums at the moment? Because there's still quite a big catalogue there that people are buying.
Yeah, well, I mean, the tour at the minute, the Northern Light Tour, is going all over the country, finishes a couple of days before Panto starts, and it's got some new material in there, so you can hear new music in the live show. As in terms of recording, I'm kind of just recording in between shows and schedule stuff, but there'll be something out next year, I would imagine. It's just about getting it together, and I've kind of been busy touring. You know, I did Joseph the first half of the year, came straight into doing my tour, and then it'll be straight into Panto. So it's a bit difficult kind of locking down official recording studio days, but we will get it round to it eventually.
And Panto will be good fun. There'll be a great script, we know that much. Are you hoping for any particular songs in there this time around?
Well, I've seen the songs. I know what the songs are, but there's a couple of favourites I think that people will enjoy. People that maybe I'll probably know from what I sing as well. And there's some new ones, there's some interesting ones which I've never performed before, but I imagine normally, you know, with the shows with the company Kudos that we work with, they're really, really good at fitting in music into the shows and stuff, and it all really kind of matches and works well. So I have every bit of faith that it's going to be fabulous. And
you said that you've only just met the rest of the team, and I know you've bonded well. I know you've chatted with Lisa on Twitter for a good while over all of this. But how do you think you'll cope with Doreen? Because she keeps referring to you as Joe McElderry.
I've been called that before, actually, in Panto. So I'm sure I'll cope with that fine. You know, what tends to happen in Panto is there's a lot of mick taken from one another. You know, you get made fun of by a lot of the comedians. and you've got to go with it. You know, I love it. I welcome it. I have fun with it, and I enjoy it. And I think that's what makes a great panto. If you go into it thinking, oh my God, I'm going to take myself really seriously and I'm going to be this really serious performer that's not going to laugh at any joke, it spoils the vibe, you know. So you have to just throw yourself into it and just enjoy it. And the past 4 years, I'm always like, come on, I want to be a part of the jokes, you know, and I like to be a part of it. It makes it more special.
Yeah, it makes it good fun. And clearly, I've seen you on stage in Joseph at the Grand. I know you enjoyed that, and I'm sure you're looking forward to coming back to what's a great theatre and after the refurb as well.
I can't wait. They were fabulous. Some of our favourite audiences actually on the tour. I think me and the cast had a bit of a list of venues where the audiences were the best and nicest places in terms of venues, and Wolverhampton was on the list, so you made it.
And you came back to see us as well, which is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Right the way through from mid-December to mid-January. grandtheatre.co.uk to get your tickets. 01902 429212, the box office number. But a chance for your fans who are going to be travelling from all over the country, and everyone across the Midlands is going to be heading to the Grand for Aladdin, and we're looking forward to seeing you as star of the show.
I can't wait. Let's have some fun.